Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So it's that time of year where for a Yugituber it's kind of difficult, especially if I want to put out some deck profile updates, because realistically we could be getting a ban list like in the next 5 minutes, and then whatever I spend time making will be out of date. So with that being said, I want to kind of just have some more discussion based videos for now, and in this video I want to talk about floodgates in Yu-Gi-Oh! And specifically what I'm talking about is continuous trap card floodgates. We're talking skill drain, goes and match, rivalry of warlords, TC Boo, anti-spell, grave of the super ancient organism, all the stuff like that. And I want to talk about whether it's a problem, first of all, and if it is, how I would propose solving it. We'll start with, is it a problem in the first place? So kind of, in my opinion, I don't like floodgates. I don't like continuous trap floodgates. I think they are kind of degenerate. They simplify the game too much, but they do benefit players where a simplified game is better. And typically those are newer players, players that probably are not going to have a good chance at winning against combo decks if they are new to the game, if they don't know the choke points and that kind of stuff. So for that kind of situation, yeah, floodgates do have a benefit to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh!, as we know, kind of has a problem bringing new players into the game, where if you're kind of like new, you pick up a structure deck and then you get comboed on for 18 minutes by Infernoble and get like 6 negates and hand looped and all that kind of shit. So in that sense, yeah, give those kind of players floodgates, but you know, obviously we can't kind of pick who can use floodgates and who cannot. And where the real problem is when we have like a good player playing a combo deck siding in floodgates when we go first. And I think that is the true kind of like source of issue in the game with floodgates specifically. I want to propose some changes to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That kind of helps the floodgate problem, and I don't think we can solve it. I think once these cards are in the game, they're kind of here and we kind of have to deal with it. So really there's two ways to potentially solve the problem. One is to just ban them all. If we were to take the Joshua Schmidt approach and just ban every floodgate based card.
Floodgates, chat. We're hitting all of them. We don't want them no more. Skill Drain, Gozen, Peekaboo, Rivalry, Anti-Spell, Soul Drain, Mind Drain, I don't care. Summon Limit, Erupt, Organism. Which card did I forget? Where do we draw the line, chat?
That is one way, but let's be realistic. It's not going to happen. And even if they were to ban like the top 3, 4, 5, 6 floodgates, if they were to ban like Gozen, Rivalry, TC Boo, Skill Drain, Anti-Spell, people are just going to play some other floodgate. They're still kind of like too strong post side going first, or maybe even just in general. So I want to propose a different solution outside of the ban list, because I don't think the ban list is a sustainable place to do this. I kind of thought of something that is a possibility, but I'm sure there are kind of situations where this idea won't fully work, and I don't know, but I just want to put the idea out there. And my idea is a rule change, a Konami rule change, maybe for the next master rule, where every floodgate trap card, and we could even consider extending this to field spells and continuous spells, every continuous card gets the same treatment as Swords of Revealing Light, where Swords of Revealing Light removes itself from the field after the 3rd standby phase. I think every continuous card should remove itself from the field during the end phase. And kind of what this does is it puts a 1-turn limit on any floodgate card, limits the power of field spells, which I think are a bit too strong. And I haven't fully thought through all the ideas. Essentially, what I want is the rule to say all continuous cards are sent to the graveyard during the end phase, during the next end phase, or maybe during your next end phase. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's just kind of an idea. And now there are some issues that I could think of, so we might have to specify in the rules. So the first thing that comes to mind is kind of like Eldritch trap-based monsters. So maybe like all continuous spell and trap cards in the spell and trap zone go to the graveyard in the end phase, and this is sent to the graveyard by game mechanics, so I don't want this to be protectable by Beat Cop or protectable by Field Barrier or anything like that, because I don't think that's any good. But essentially what this does is it allows for Floodgates to be flipped, but it gives more power to decks that have the ability to stall out till next turn. So essentially, if somebody goes full combo and then they flip a Floodgate during the next turn, if you can manage to live one more turn, then you might be able to play. Okay, the Floodgate will clear itself, which is kind of nice. Kind of trying to spitball here some kind of ideas. Try not to grill me too hard in the comments, but let me know what you kind of think about that, because I don't know. I think anything is better than what we have now. Any level of nerf to Floodgates is better than what we have now. And I'm trying not to nerf things that aren't a problem. Like, for example, equip cards. Equip cards can stay. Maybe just like continuous spells and traps. Maybe just continuous traps. Maybe field spells and traps. I'm not sure. But something like that could be beneficial for the game, and it could be a potential solution that does not require just an abundance of banlist hits that are, I don't know, just kind of too much. And it kind of gives a little bit of help to decks that are going second. If they don't draw the out, if they don't draw the cosmic or the back row removal, well then it's okay, it'll remove itself. You just have to now deal with it for one turn. And it still keeps Floodgates weak to removal. Removal is still kind of nice, because if you have the removal, then you don't even have to wait till next turn. You can just remove it now and continue playing. You can, chain Cosmic to the Floodgate and not be affected at all. So removal will still have its benefits for like immediate use, but there's a potential if your deck can stall long enough, if your deck can play on the next turn, if you can play on your opponent's turn, then you might be doing all right. So for example, if you're playing Tearlament and someone flips Macrocosmos on you, okay, well then you kind of like have to pass, and that sucks and you probably lose. But there's at least now a chance that if you can like mill some cards during your opponent's turn because Macrocosmos has left the field, then you can still have some kind of chance at playing the game. So yeah, that's my idea. Instead of banning everything, change the rules. Huge ask, but just something to think about. So let me know what you guys think of that. We'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you later.